Hello, welcome back students. In this particular lecture we will talk about active filters using op-amp. Now when the concept of filter comes to your mind, the first thing is that it is going to filter the frequencies. So we are talking about the frequency filtration basically. So how this frequency filtration is going to happen by using op-amp and why the name is given as active filter, that we are going to discuss today. So see, there are two important components that one should understand. The reactive components, capacitance and inductance, are used for the filter design. Now why they are used? Now basically you need to understand one basic formula. I'll just write that formula that it will be easier for you. XC, capacitive impedance, is given by 1 upon 2 pi fc, and XL, inductive impedance, is written by 2 pi fl. Now what is this f factor here? F indicates the frequency. Now try and understand. If I use the capacitance, okay, if I use a capacitance in the series or parallel, it depends on what frequency I am designing a filter. Let's say I am designing a filter for, let's say, 50 hertz. So Xc will have certain value. Let's assume that that value is X. Now if I design a filter at a particular frequency of 100 hertz, definitely as denominator is increasing, definitely Xc will be less than small x. Okay, Xc will be small than small x. So in this case we try to understand that the impedance offered by the capacitor depends on the frequency, because 2 pi and capacitance C are constant value. In the same way, if we consider inductance, okay, so inductance CL, so it is directly proportional to the frequency. So XL, if we design it at, let's say, 50 hertz, it gives me X as that value, X ohm. And if I use the same inductor filter for another frequency of 100 hertz, XL will be definitely greater than X. So this frequency dependency on XL and XC, that one should understand for understanding the filter. Now there are basically capacitor filter in use, RC filter, RL filter, RLC filters, something like this. Okay, so we'll talk about RC filter basically, and how the resistance and capacitance can be used to design a filter, and why the name is active filter, that also we are going to discuss. So by combining the basic RC low pass circuit, filter circuit, with an operational amplifier, we can create an active low pass filter circuit complete with amplification. The basic first order filter circuits such as low pass and high pass filter can be made using just the single resistor in a series with a non-polarized capacitor connected across the sinusoidal signal. What I mean to say, let's say I have connected one sinusoidal signal of particular frequency, and if I use this RC filter in series, now try and understand. Let's say this is 50 hertz and 10 volt 50 hertz signal, which is given to this series combination of R and C, and you know that if I am talking about resistance, its resistance is not going to change, but capacitive susceptance or capacitive impedance depends on frequency. So for lower frequency it will offer low impedance, and for higher frequency it will offer high impedance. So by simply R and C combination, I can design a filter which can give the frequency response to the low frequency with the high frequency signals which are almost open circuited. How does it is going to do that? Let's take one simple example. It is 1 upon 2 pi fc, as we have talked about already. Now if it is 1 upon 2 pi fc that we have talked about, okay, and now I need to calculate the capacitive susceptance increasing from 50 hertz to, let's say, 5 kilohertz. Now you know that Xc will be very low for, let's say, 50 hertz, 10 hertz, 1 hertz, but Xc will be very, very high if I go beyond 5 kilohertz, right? So simply by connecting this capacitor in series with RC, we can design a low pass filter. In the low pass filter, we know that the low frequency components will be passed and high frequency components will be rejected, that we can design using this circuit. So let's try and understand that. The main disadvantage of the passive filter, now why one should go for active filter, is that amplitude of the output signal is less than the input signal, that is, gain is never greater than unity, and that load impedance affects the filter characteristics. So passive filter means the filter simple RC also we can use, simple RC circuit we can use, but if we use op amp with the RC circuit, definitely it will amplify the signal. So amplification with the filtering is active filter. Amplification with filtering, and only filtering comes under the part of passive filter. Okay, with a passive filter circuit containing multiple stages, the loss in the signal amplitude called attenuation can become quite severe. Okay, so if I am just connecting RC combination in parallel, RC, so this can be become very severe, because I am not considering any attenuation that is happening because of this input voltage. So this input voltage is connected to the RC circuit, will give certain attenuation, this RC will give certain attenuation, and third RC will give certain attenuation, and that can become quite severe. One way of restoring and controlling this loss of signal by using amplification is through active filter. Now we'll try to understand what active filter is and how to design that active filter. As the name implies, active filter contains the active components such as op-amp, transistor, FETs within the circuit design. So the active components must be present. These active components must be present, as well as it should be able to filter a frequency component. The combination is going to call filter, so active filter. So here we can have the operational amplifier, we can build the transistor as an amplifier, we can build the FET as an amplifier, and then we can use the RC circuit, RL circuit, or RLC circuit. They draw their power from the external power source and use to boost the amplify the output signal. Okay, definitely they are going to draw the power from the external power supply which is connected. Filter amplification can also be used in either shape or alter the frequency response of filter by producing more selective output response, making the output bandwidth of filter more narrower than the wider. See, what do you mean by first of all bandwidth? Let's say it is a graph of gain versus frequency. This is the graph of gain. The gain can be in the decibels also, but we will just consider a exact value of the gain or absolute value of the gain and frequency. So let's say for the low frequency signal it gives low gain, and for a certain band of a frequency it gives a constant gain, and after that once again when we will go for higher frequency, gain is further reduced. So the band of frequency, this is the band of frequency over which the amplifier can produce appropriate gain, adequate gain, that is called bandwidth of amplifier. Okay, so bandwidth of amplifier. So here filter amplification can be used to either shape or alter the frequency response. This is frequency response of a filter circuit by producing more selective frequency response, making output bandwidth of the filter more narrower. So if I want the narrow band filters, then in that case the filter circuit should able to provide the gain in a very narrow band of frequency. Let's say frequency response is something like this. Okay, so for these many frequency band it is giving low gain, for higher frequency also it is giving lower gain, but for the particular frequency band, let's say this frequency band is very small, and in this frequency band it is giving me the appropriate gain, then in that case I can call this as the narrow band active filter. In the same way, if I draw the frequency response, I will just delete these annotations and then I will once again come back. Let's say I draw this frequency response something like this, where the frequency response is something like this. So it is giving me the frequency response of the gain versus frequency curve over a wide range of frequency. I will call this as a wide band. So narrow band and wide band can be decided by properly selecting the components R and C. By simply selecting the components, even C also, capacitor also, the narrow band or wide band signals can be narrow band and wide band signals can be filtered. Okay, so this is first of all try to understand what is bandwidth. Bandwidth is the range of frequency over which your circuit will give the appropriate gain. Okay, then the main difference between passive filter and active filter is the amplification. Okay, so the concept, what is the main difference between passive and active filter is the amplification. So amplification with filtration is nothing but the active filter. So in the next lecture we will see the active low pass filter by using op-amp, and then we will see few formulas related to it. Till then, thank you very much and happy learning.